on day one.
Joining us now, my political panel, Msnbc political analyst Brendan Buck. He's a former chief communications advisor to former House Speaker Paul Ryan and former press secretary to former House Speaker John Boehner. And Ankush Khardori, a former federal prosecutor and senior writer with Politico magazine. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming back to the Sunday Show. Brendan, please explain how a House Ethics Committee report that a few weeks ago they said, we're not going to release it, is now going to be released.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people wondering what happened and what changed. I think at that time they said that maybe the report wasn't finalized, but there's a few things that may have happened. One, Matt Gaetz resigned from the House, but he is still eligible to take his seat next Congress. And so I wonder if they realized he says he's not going to come sit for the next Congress, but he may still actually be a sitting member. You can never tell with Matt Gaetz. Also, when Mike Johnson, the House Speaker, came out and said, I don't think that they should release that report, I wondered if that was a mistake. The House Ethics Committee is one of the few sort of independent bipartisan panels, and it's evenly divided. I imagine there are some members of that committee who said, we can't look like we're being told by the Speaker what to do. We don't serve the Speaker. We serve the whole House. And if the Speaker was trying to push them around, it was very unusual for the Speaker to tell the Ethics Committee publicly what he thinks they could do. That may have backfired, and they may have said, well, now we need to demonstrate our independence and vote to release it. So we'll figure out what their motive was. It may just be that they don't like Matt Gaetz. So there could be a few things going on there.
I mean, Ankush, you've never been in Congress. The cast of characters over there are a long way away from where you are. But as an attorney, do you have any interest in reading this?
Oh, yes. I have a lot of interest in reading
Why?
this report. Because we've been hearing about this for years. Matt Gaetz has said he wasn't charged, therefore he was exonerated. That is false. The fact that the Justice Department has not charged you does not mean that they have exonerated you. It means that they did not have what they believe was enough evidence that they could admit at trial in order to convict you. That could be attributable to, say, a reluctant witness or a witness who has some independent baggage. Does not mean he was exonerated. So I would like to know what information has actually been gathered about this. We've heard a lot about it for years. He's denied it for years. I only know the House Ethics Report by reputation. My understanding is that they're quite capable and good at what they do. So I am quite interested in seeing what's in this report and what kind of details we're going to find.
Well, that's, every time you're at this table, I feel like I'm earning a law degree, because just because you're not charged doesn't mean you're exonerated.
The Justice Department does not exonerate people, period.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about poor Speaker Johnson and his future. Listen to Congressman Don Bacon, Republican of Nebraska, on Velshi. I believe that was today, about poor Mike Johnson.